What's up guys, this is Sid and welcome to your fourth Python tutorial. Now in this tutorial we're gonna look at how to put things on the standard output and how to get input from the user, because we need input from the user in order to store it into a variable. Now you can do it statically, but that's not a very useful program. So you have seen how to put things on screen, and I have shown you this command called print numerous times in the previous tutorials. So to put something on screen, you gotta use the command print, and you can use a single quote or double quote, and then you can put anything in here and it's gonna go on screen. Put anything in here and it's gonna go on screen. There it is. Similarly, we can put a variable name over here. Let me first define a variable, and let's say it's name, and let's say that it's Travis. Now I'm gonna print the name, whatever it is, and it should print Travis. There you go. So this is how you put things on screen, on the output. And now let me tell you how to get things from user, the input from the user. So let's say we want to take a name from the user and then we want to print it out on the screen. How do we do that? In Python, to do that, there is a special function. It's called raw_input, and it takes an optional argument. It is a string, and this is actually printed just before the input is taken. So I can type here, please enter your name, and I'm gonna print first your name is, I'm gonna add name variable. Now what is happening here? I am taking input. First I'm printing this on the screen, and then I'm taking a raw input. Raw input means that any ASCII character can be put in there, and it's gonna store the contents in the name. And then I'm printing out first your name is as a string, and then I'm concatenating it with whatever the value of the variable is, name. And concatenation means to add something, and it's important that those two types are of those two things, for these operators are of the same type. For example, this is gonna be string when we enter our name, and this is also a string. So let me run this program. It's gonna be a lot more clear. We run this, and there you go. Please enter your name. Let's enter the name John. Hit enter, and you see your name is John. Now what it did is it first printed this out, which is right here. Then we entered. You can, I don't know if you can see it. It's color coded in green, in light green, I think so. And then it prints out your name is the string we entered, and it concatenated with the variable value of name. So that's how you do it. Now this was about how to get any kind of character. Now what if you want to get a number and you want to add them? For example, number 1, you're gonna first use number 1, and let me rename this to num1, and I'm just gonna be lazy and copy and paste it. Let's change it number 2, and I'm gonna print here sum is, and num1 plus num2. Now what it's gonna do is it's gonna take first input, store it in num1 variable. It's gonna take the second input, store it in num2. Then it's gonna print the string sum is as it is, and it's gonna evaluate this expression. That is, it's gonna add num1 and num2, the contents of it, and it's gonna concatenate it with this string. Let's see what happens when we run this. The first input. Now remember what I told you, that this is string and characters, and it's not gonna treat it as number. About what I mean by that, see, when I enter 6 and 5, the sum should be 11, but it's not 11, because in this case it's gonna be 6 string and 5 string, so it's gonna be 65, not 11. Now to overcome that, there's another function that is input. This input takes only numbers, and now it's gonna treat it as number. When I enter 6, 5, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, now it should work. When I enter 6 and 5, it gives sum is 11. Now that mistake I did, it was what I told you, that you can add only those two variables that are of same type. You cannot add a number and a string. So in this case, when I put this here, this is a string, and this result is going to be a number, that is 11, not a string. So we cannot add it. The operators has to be of the same type. But to overcome that, we can use a comma operator, and this is gonna run in the exact same way. When I enter 9, 8, it's gonna give me 17. So that was about how to use print and how to get inputs from user, print them on screen, and how to use them in actual, how to make it more interactive. So that was about input and output, and thank you for watching, and please subscribe.